stopped it at episode 8 last week, so that way we could go in with a fresh mind for episode 9. Um, Joker, by the way, I did get some cool games on sale.
Oh, sweet.
I got I got Dino Crisis, I got Shock Troopers, and Stranglehold.
Well, I'm about to beat all of that.
I'm excited. I'm excited to stream those. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yay, Gina Carano. Are you gonna get that? If you met her, will you get? Are you gonna get that signed?
I think I will because the artist already got the seal of approval by Gina, and I just got Gina's like on my tweet for a happy late birthday and pin. So I will get this soon if she ever. So but for now, it's right over there. So I love this.
That is actually pretty cool, my dear friend.
hmm So I love it. It's beautiful. It's all woodcraft, so you just appreciate all the detail within this thing. I mean, just look at the hair detail. Like, ooh, so good.
What's up?
Ooh, that is nice. Hey, Jasmine.
Ooh,
Look what I just got.
well,
And
it's
on my very special gotcha day. So, yay!
very nice. Where's it? What is it from?
Uh, this is Gina Carano as Cara Dune from The Mandalorian.
Oh, that's nice.
hmm
Nice craftsmanship.
Yeah, the artist is really good. So, all the way from Italy. Italy.
Mm-hmm. You
Support
can
talent
tell.
people. Support good artists. Please.
Alrighty, let's see if I can get. Let's see if I can get this to work. Oh, by the way, Jasmine, we did stop at episode 8 last time, so we're gonna kick it off with episode 9
Didn't
through.
want to continue without you.
I appreciate you waiting.
And if I lose power, that's it for me for a while.
uh,
There's a
uh,
thunderstorm right now.
oh,
So,
well, had I known that, I would have postponed.
no, we're good for a while. They normally don't last too long for my state, at least at the area that I'm in. Sometimes we're on the tip, sometimes we're right in it. There's just rain right now. There was a little bit of a rumble maybe 90 minutes ago. Haven't really heard any thunder for a while, so
A possible
we
power
should be
outage?
done with it.
Have you lost power before?
Oh, yeah, I've lost power before. So it was a pain for a while, but then it came right back on. I
Oh,
remember working out one day, and I was a little bored, and I was like, "What? There's got to be a movie I can see in town right now." I was about to go see Crawl when suddenly, as I'm working out, there's this big boom, and the power goes out, and it's like, "Uh-oh, there goes the power, there goes the sump pump." So we literally, I think, for an hour or so, me and my mom were just bailing out the sump pump. So that was a whole lot of fun.
yeah, that sucks.
hmm And the reason why it's called Gotcha Day, because for kids like me who are adopted, this is the day people who adopted us got to us. Hence, Gotcha Day. So for 28 years, we lived in this wonderful city of mine in the state of Wisconsin with my family. So 20 years ago, I was adopted.
But did you say you were adopted?
Yes, I was a wee little baby, just a few months old.
Oh, wow. Um,
So I
did
don't
you
know my
ever?
biological parents or other relatives. I know for the fact they were not married, but they had two kids before me. So I do have two half brothers. But the lady who was taking care of me, she was very nice, very sweet, with a loving husband. My mom has said over the years that when the last day she was with us, as we're going to America, she spoke very little and didn't want me to go. We were yes for adoption. My mom thing, so she can remember me. It was really nice and sweet. hmm Although anything in all this, and I mean, I listen to you, audience. I'm going to my parents. I actually was on the way to the airport, so it's like, oh, that's a good sign. In the airplane, maybe this isn't going to be too bad of a flight from here to the United States, and I'm still doing good. We take off, doing great in the air. I'm doing fine until I woke up and started crying. Heck, it wasn't even crying. It was more like a yell or a scream.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just my connection, but I don't know. It looks like you're kind of cutting out in places.
Oh, echoing?
Yeah, maybe it's just on my side.
Probably yours. So
But that's fascinating. You say you met your biological parents?
I don't know if I'll ever meet him. Some people do not want to meet their biological parents. Others are curious. You could say I'm more on the curious side of things, but that does take a lot of work. So it's up to me in the end.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Once you embrace your new parents,
hmm
doesn't
They're
really
pretty
matter.
nice people, very nice parents. But in this flood, it was just screaming baby, and everybody heard this for hours upon hours on end. My mom was trying to calm me down, but no matter what she was doing, it just never worked. There was this couple right next to my dad. The husband kept saying, "Sir, sir, it's all right. It's going to be okay. It's okay." Dad's like, "It's not okay. We just want him to go to sleep because everyone's annoyed by me by now." It was like this yell or scream. It wasn't even full blown crying, and they had no idea why I was screaming or yelling. It wasn't hungry. It wasn't diaper changes or anything. It was just a full blown scream. So I'm like, but there was this French couple, either a seat or two behind my dad or in front of my dad. His husband, who was French, said, "That's a very loud bird back there." I'm like, well, I'm a toddler. I can't help it. So, yep,
Yeah. Screaming for attention.
yeah, I guess so. But when they did land and everything, my parents were the last one to get out. My sister, who was waiting with my grandparents at that time, she rushed to the entrance and everything, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're coming, don't worry, they're coming."
That's crazy.
hmm
So, what was the last thing you guys saw?
I don't even. Oh, the episode?
Oh yeah.
We were on episode 7, so I think you left near the end of it. So it was, I think we completely finished it. So, what did we talk about? Oh, we talked about like the different jobs now. Now we're kind of getting to the realm of a little bit of outlaw, star, cowboy, bebop vibes a little bit. So with the plant guy, pretty cool, one-off antagonist villain. It was a pretty cool battle that we got to see. We do get to see
Oh
Eve and
yeah,
Train. They kind of have a little bit this rivalry going on. Kind of how like
yeah,
I kind of like that. They all have little nicknames for each other. Like
yeah. I
he
like.
calls Eve Princess, which I think it's very cute. Eve is kind of getting into the action now a bit, and we
Yeah, I
do
did
know
like
here the fact that his company he was used to be with, they're really getting at all the numbers for saying, why isn't this solved yet? We need to get this solved. But now there's a different faction that's in place now. So it's like, ooh, we're building mystery, mystique. There's world building going on here. So that
Yeah,
was a
I'm
pretty
very
good
curious
episode.
about that the so-called Taoists
Yep. Yep.
and their
So,
different powers and whatnot. I'm very interested in seeing how Creed ended up like kind of obtaining these powerful beings or whatnot. I mean, how that all came about because like they said they well didn't really infer, they kind of basically came out and said it, but they was like um they actually extinct the Taoist Chronos. So I'm very curious to see how all of that came about. But one of my favorite things about the episodes that I missed was what ended up happening with Eve and Train. I really like how their relationship was building because both Eve and Train are kind of like former killers and even killed each other. I mean, well, almost a killer for um Eve, and so they're both like kind of capable of losing control and hurting people. I mean, Eve. It's almost like Eve kind of gave Train the bell as a means to kind of control him and keep him stable and afoot because I mean she has experience with this. I mean she kind of lost control herself, so she's weary of this and she kind of like gives him the bell to shackle him of sorts, like to guard him because she doesn't believe he can control himself. But like when Train comes to save her and he's wearing the bell, it's almost like he's taking responsibility back. I mean, so I mean that's what I think the bell kind of signifies. I mean, like taking ownership of his actions, but not bearing the weight alone in a way. So like kind of has allowing himself to lean on someone, and I just think that kind of establishes trust for like the both of them. It kind of makes them grow stronger. So I think that was probably my favorite part about that episode.
hmm hmm hmm
So his anime night here.
should still be here. I think it's getting set up. So hopefully it's leaving back and forth. Up there he goes again. Ah.
So did you hear about the actress for? I mean, the actress I think is going to be Toph in Avatar.
Oh, we talked about that last night. Uh, I want to say either this is just a rumor, hearsay, all that crap, because the one time Hollywood you can have your tomboy
Yeah,
is literally with Toph. Yet I want to know if we're going to start out with more femininity Toph, feminine Toph, then she slowly becomes the, you know, earthbending badass we know in the cartoon. And like Sokka still had a bit of a sexism in the first live action series in season one. So I'm like, okay, it's there, it's there. But I wanted more of my guy who was a bit more unsure of himself because it takes up to Suki to teach him discipline, and it took up to Jed to show him that you could what could have happened to Sokka alone, and if it wasn't for Suki, Katara, Aang, he could have become like Jed in a way.
yeah. I think Sokka was probably my favorite thing about the live
Mm-hmm.
action one.
All right, here we go. He's got it right.
Sorry about that. I literally had to punch the DVD thing. I joke, but yeah, it's on the watch screen. So let's see. Joker, we're on episode 9, right?
Yes.
Jasmine, you're all brought up to speed on what happened in 7 and 8, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Alrighty, now let's do episode 9. Hey, say it out loud. Hey, Callie. Hey, everybody watching. Hope you all are doing good. Really, really wonderful. And there we go.
Ooh. Wow, Eve. Really? Hello. Yeah, I'm sure you want more than just company.
Mhm.
The early 2000s. Thank you. Folks, I can go on for all day.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hey, wait, that's the same one. Yeah.
I am liking this episode already.
Good setup, good. Yeah. Damn. I mean, to be fair, Eve is also Seattle from Black Butler, so foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me guess. Eve is gonna call it.
They're
Stop monologuing. So once again, a foreshadowing to God, what's the anime again? Bobby, Labyrinth of Magic.
Mm.
Yep, yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped forward. He stepped forward. He's like, oh.
Oh, oh.
I knew it was never going to be over.
I felt that one.
He sounds like Chris Ranger.
Holy shit.
Yep, that is Chris Ranger.
Damn. Oh, oh, you got an upgrade. That's what you get for thinking with your dick. Dang. Scanner's reference. Go on, blow up the head, blow up the head, blow up the head.
Holy shit.
You can see these guys, they're going down on that. Oh, he's in the kill shot. Oh, well then. Oh, that's all right. That's awesome. Let's see if they play. You guys just see that? Let's see if we play. Oh shit, that's ballsy. Damn.
What?
Hey, Rocket Blast, what's up, buddy?
Mhm.
Kind of reminds me of myself when I got shit faced on my 21st birthday.
Probably. Becca. She tried to warn you. Oh, I mean, what is he trying to do? What just happened?
I want that. I want that chocolate cake. God damn it!
Eve. Yes, right. Wait, what is he doing? Everybody's showing kids. Seriously, what is he doing? Damn. Just like, I don't care.
Buddy, turn around. Turn around.
Nope. He's dead. 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 Come on, Eve. You're faster than that. Oh, thank God, Eve. I would trust the blocker. Sick. Ooh!
And people complain about my age.
So anyway,
Well, that that was really good. Those episodes really picked up. Those they really picked up.
Whew. Couldn't stop laughing a couple moments.
I know that. So where shall we start, Joe? Where shall we start?
Let's start with the beginning of the stream. Of them going after a new bounty hunter, a new bounty. But you learn exactly what this elixir is. It does remind me of. Have you guys seen Powers, Project
Yeah.
Powers on Netflix?
Yes.
What about you, Jasmine? Have you seen Project Powers on Netflix?
Project Powers.
Yeah, with Jamie Foxx and a few others. So
I am not familiar.
okay, so in Project Powers, this is what I love about the show, the movie's premise, which we should have gotten a sequel at some point, is that there's this experimental drug that goes out illegally to the public before they go public. But the thing about this drug, if you take it, it has a high risk of killing you, but a low chance of giving you one random power. It could be anything. You got people who like are on fire, ice, the speed of bullet snail. Is that what it is? Bullet snail, if I can remember correctly, or like amphibians, like who could like it's crazy. It's great. It's a great movie, honestly, very great. But the risk for that is it's illegal and it has too much of a risk to kill you. You can take one, but then you're running the odds of it's a high risk. I could die or get something cool. I like the elixir with the towel and everything. It enhances like their or gives them different abilities. It enhances their normal things and it just gives them to almost for a couple of them god-like abilities. They'll put that in air quotes right now. They have like some god-like abilities. Like you got people that are like from scanners. That's like they can suck the air out of you. Although I prefer scanners a whole lot better because they actually go with the head at the end. You got people who can manipulate gravity or get the weight of things, fire, insects, you name it. This stuff is cool. This stuff is awesome. So I like the fact we're kind of going after the boogeyman in this episode of that episode, but it kind of gives you the more playing off the dynamics of Train, Sven, Eve, and a few others. So you know exactly what they're going for. That is until
Hey,
again
Tuber.
the Apostles of the Stars shows up, and it's like, all right, what are they going after? Who do they want? Yeah, they're just there to be there, but they kind of give you that idea of we're just luring you to get to Train. I thought that was really cool what they learned about Train. It's like, oh, there you are. Our mission's done. Come meet us here in 3 days' time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, that movie you just mentioned, it's actually like they ripped it straight from that plot, straight from that movie. The way it sounds.
Kind of is like they
Mhm.
kind of go for it. So, like, it's really good. I do recommend that to people. I was watching that when I was working out a couple years back, and I'm like, damn, this is a good movie. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, the Apostles of the Star, they really stepped it up. I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be more about the numbers. I mean, the numbers are already like a adversary in themselves, but like these apostle guys, they're like the real deal.
Actual threat. Like they had one member of Kronos there for, but that guy did nothing. Like he was kind of defeated very quickly. It was like, damn.
Yeah, he demolished him. I was actually surprised.
I was too. No, I was like looking and everything. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. And he gets his ass beat within 5 seconds.
I know it was.
Well, it's Echidna who is okay. Here's what I found about before we get to episode 10 because I found out who exactly voices some of these apostle members, but going back to like nine and all, it does feel semi filler, but it moved the plot along. You get more dynamics. The goofy side thing of them, who's gonna wear the dress, and Eve is like, "I'll do it," and they're just looking at her. They're like, "Huh? Like, just let her do it. Like she's a bioweapon. Who's gonna harm her?"
But he's a gentleman.
I know they gotta be speed wagons and everything. I'm like, and I just kept looking at Sven. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. But then again, JoJo did this before you, so I'll allow it.
Yeah, you put him down once. He was able to take care of it again. I mean,
And there he is, just standing at the end of the episode, just like, uh, yeah, you missed all the action. Can we just get out of here? And then the action happened again. So I'm like, I'm kind of glad they got the dynamic in the battle because I'm not gonna be happy if I didn't see Sven fighting in that dress.
that dress was ridiculous. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, because we pulled it up and everything. I'm like, wait a
Hey,
I'm like, wait a fucking minute here. There is no way that dress is gonna fit Eve. There is no way. Given the
I mean, they
height
would have made it
stature.
fit.
Although she might have pulled it off. She might have pulled it off, but oh, that scene was too fun. That scene was too funny. I do like that we got introduced to the apostles and everything, because I like the upgrade from Taoists and everything. I like the upgrade because now it's like more. It's a brand new group consistent of Taoists, but with one goal in mind. And on
No,
a
they're all
on
called Taos, so and there is an actual member in there who is a true Tao, but it's like they're just members. Like that's the official group name, Apostles Stars. So it's like, so this is interesting. I think like you got two members down, but then when you see the others, it's like, okay. So episode 10, where things really just went to shit. Seeing all these different apostles and hearing a few of their voices, I wonder who plays Echidna Press. Oh wait, Stephanie Young as in Nico Robin herself. I was like, oh my god, they got Nico Robin to voice Echidna. Hell to the yes. Like even her just showing up, like okay, so she's an actress on the side, but how did she join Creed? Like that's a backstory I need to know. Like how did you just like she just walks up into like literally she just walks up and everything and everyone's like, who's this girl? And it's like, oh, a kid that teleports him in. I'm like, okay, okay, respect. Doesn't do much in this episode, but it's like, damn,
it's
love the
effective.
design, love the
It's still
voice, awesome
effective.
design, effective. And I love how the other two, one of them, of course, obviously voiced by Monica Rial, and then the guy wearing the tall hat. I can't believe I didn't recognize this voice right away, but
Kent
Turner,
Williams.
guy wearing the tall hat and everything, that's Kent Williams,
Yep.
as in father from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in the Brotherhood adaptation,
Dr. Gero.
Oh,
or
and Dr.
Supreme
Jerome.
Kai in the Dragon Ball franchise. So I'm like, they got the Kai in this? Holy shit! Damn.
I
Shiki,
recognized him instantly.
I didn't because I thought it was the other guy that from Kingdom Hearts who voices Sayax. I thought that was him, but like, no, they share similar voice range, but one's a little more deeper and everything, and more menacing and trying to be slightly edgy. Shiki, the guy who one of our insect ones that you saw in episode 11, that is Greg Ayers. So I'm like, oh, they got Greg for this. No, Negi for Negima. And who else we got here? Oh, from Oh, Frost from Dragon Ball Super. Who else does he play?
That
Uh,
I tell you that the voice
Son
acting
Goku
lineup
and
is
Son
amazing in
Goku and
this.
Clear and Dramatical Murder. Oh, Taika Abe and Big Windup. What else is he known for? Oh, in the director's cut of Neon Evangelion 2004, he's one of the Koro. So I'm like, okay. There you go, Dian and Angel. Satoshi
Mhm.
from Dian and Angel. So again, he's got a good list. He's been around for a while. So I'm like, damn, it's brief, but you can hear him just for a little bit. We is Creed, of course, is obviously the great Chris Patton, so that's a good thing. Kyoko is obviously Monica Rial. Maru, we'll see him later, but he's the sumo wrestler voiced by Bradford Jackson. Sadly, he doesn't have a Wikipedia page, but we'll find more about him eventually. But the guy drummer, the gunslinger, is Robert Bruce Elliott. Guess what? Another voice for Ginyu for the Dragon Ball series. So
Yeah, I
again, a
thought
lot
that
of
was
Dragon
him.
Ball people here.
We have a
It's
yes, we
Funimation.
do.
It's Funimation. So I'm like, wait, that's
Yeah,
Captain Ginyu. I'm like, damn, one of the Ginyus.
yeah,
So I'm like,
green broccoli dude. He was Chris Ranger.
yep,
Uh,
that's who he replaced. So yep, and
yeah,
of course Leon Elliott, the guy who just sucks the air out of you. Guess what? Mr. Aaron Dismuke again. So again, a lot of the
oh,
Funimation regulars. So I'm like,
wow.
God damn.
He was probably
Mhm.
So
still really young back then, I guess.
pretty young. So I do have to say this for a lot of them. It's a lot of Funimation regulars, but that's fine. That's okay. I know a lot of them are really good. Like you can suck the wind out of people. Again, I like how Scanners is more of a headshot because it's all the pressure building up, but again, the win ability is still cool as hell because it's literally the air. He's sucking the air out of you. I'm like, damn. Or the sumo wrestler, he can change the weight of objects. I'm like, just imagine holding stuff and it's like 500 pounds, he said, or even heavier. Yeah, that's a guy I want to avoid of all costs. All of them I want to avoid. But we only see a selection now. There are more later, so I'm hoping we get them to shine. The gun battle was pretty cool with Creed, with Train. Though there is a switch up for the manga and anime, I was able to quickly find before the episode end. In the manga, he does go after Creed, but out of selfish reasons. For Train, for Black Cat. In the anime, he's kind of hunting him down. So there is a slight change up, but something will happen to him in the future. So I'm like, okay, small change ups, but I liked it nonetheless. So that's a good thing. But man, this
It's a
that
change. It's a
one guy,
change up. It's a change up that we can actually accept, and it doesn't kill the flow of the whole
it didn't
thing.
kill the flow or anything, but it still works. But that's one Tau. That's one Apostle Star. One down, more to go. Also, I do want to say how Seven, when he was looking through his vision, he notices something when Train was getting killed. That wasn't a sword, that was a gun. He said he can see it in the head of the future for a few seconds. So if he was not there, it could have been worse for Train. Think about that. It could have been much, much worse for Train.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
the thing that I think is going to be could be his undoing in the long run.
It's a
Because
blessing and a curse, and I do like you get his backstory and how he got the eye, which is a pretty sad and effective story,
yeah,
actually.
we got a taste of it. It's almost like a transferring of sorts. Like his friend Lloyd gave
Mhm.
him his eye. I wonder how that process actually came about.
Yeah, that must have been a terrible process. I'm getting Dead Space 2 flashbacks. So,
yeah. Definite Dead Space 2 flashbacks. Also, the guy with the robo mask and everything. I thought he was pretty
Yeah, that
cool.
was drums. Like that was drums. So
I liked him actually because it does show that they're not all in union and everything, which is completely fine. And but his mouth reminds me. Hear me out on this Joker. He reminds me of Clockwork, like
it
something
kind
you
of
would.
does a little bit.
There's I
It's the
got
way
like,
the shape. It's the way you can hear the voice, but the mouth never moves. I'm like, hmm.
hey Bacon, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Bacon?
But I did like his character though, because it does prove that not everybody in the Apostles of the Stars is fully under Creed's control. That guy proved it because they're independent thinker. He was an independent thinker, and Creed does not like that. He does not like that. He establishes it, which is nice and everything.
Also, Creed, the man, the hour himself. I told you to replay that scene. I'm like, did you guys see that attack? Did you just see what he just did? I'm like, that was cool. I was like, did you guys see that? He got an
Hmm.
upgrade. I'm like, oh shit. Because beforehand, him and Train were pretty much even. Now it's like, oh shit. People, this is how you do power dynamics. The power paradox. Creed is focused on what Jasmine keeps iterating. It's all about power, control. Like they want to get rid of the government. They want to get rid of everybody here. And episode 10 pretty much established this is our main goals, motivation, and Creed's side goal and main operation. He wants Train to be like, you cannot defeat me unless you take the drink, the elixir. They want him to become a Tau in order to defeat Creed. Like he said, there's those eyes again, and I have to kill her again. Like
This that reminds me of
temptation.
that reminds me of the dialogue between Liquid Snake and Solid Snake when
Them
they're on
just one push counter.
yeah, when Snake and them are when Snake and Liquid are fighting on the on top of Metal Gear Rex, and Liquid Snake is stating what he wants in the world, and Solid Snake fights back like, I don't want that kind of world and everything. That's what that reminds me of. That
Ooh,
dynamic right there. That's what it reminds me of, but it's done perfectly though. And I was getting like mad Liquid Snake vibes. I was getting mad, but in good faith, in good faith, I'm like, okay, I can live with this. I can live with this dynamic. I'm okay with that. It works, and it's actually pretty cool. Because remember, Liquid Snake was obsessed with Solid Snake, so there's that too. You can make that comparison as well. But with all due respect, though, Creed really did get an upgrade. He's actually more. He really got more powerful off screen and everything. And you were right about, and you guys are right about that. The power dynamic. That's what we're. Jasmine, do you feel like the power dynamic is missing in the current anime of today?
ooh, I love to hear this.
Um, I mean, I think so
I mean, you
because
got the Gojo profile, so
I
Now,
think
go
you,
ahead.
you need to get a concept for how strong this elixir can make these new enemies become. I mean, it was all off screen and all, but I mean, he was so powerful that he literally could like regenerate himself. I
He
mean,
destroyed buildings in a single slash that went for blocks. I'm like, oh damn.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how he can overcome someone that has such a wide gap, and I think that is, kind of his how he plans to kind of up train because he can basically use this elixir. It's kind of like not just like a Achilles heel for him, but like a temptation for him. I mean, it represents that freedom that is basically always pulling him towards the edge. Yeah, so he has to be careful.
And he feels like he's a strategist, like you said. He planned a lot of things out. So even if, like, again, hypothetically, he got a good shot at, he's like, sorry, I'm not my old self. The old Creed probably would have died right then and there, like, shit, I got too confident. But you start to see him be a bit more relaxed a bit during the battle. And it's not like Train was going to do anything because this is Train after the battle, after everything. His mind is not in the right mindset. Just hearing the
Yeah.
word Creed got him angry, like, Creed. So this will be interesting. Dynamics can be more than just power scaling levels. Sure, I like the destruction nature of a lot of stuff, but I miss the classic stuff of writing a good villain. Hell, I just got done watching Heat before this on the rewatch. Again, just that diner scene alone with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Whew, you miss stuff like this. Them actually having a conversation about their different lifestyle, their philosophies, what they believe in. Even De Niro says, I'm not going back. And then what happens at the end of the film? De Niro almost escaped, almost got it, but just couldn't let it go. Just couldn't. After everything was done. Granted, he did it for his own reason, and he almost escaped. Almost. But seeing Pacino, it's like, uh-oh, I gotta run. I mean, he could have got in the car and drove off. I mean, what's Pacino gonna do? Shoot an open crowd? No. But it was that choice. Either you escape and be on the run for the rest of your life, or you go out with your own philosophies, your own beliefs.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and I think that's the beauty of the show. It's
So
not
far,
all
so
just about big battles or great power ups or how strong you can be in a fight. It's about like how strong you are in like mind and body, and that is kind of the real ongoing battle between Creed and Train. He's he's like basically taking advantage of you know Train's weaknesses, like exploiting those weaknesses, trying to use it against him. And he got close. He got real close to making him like pull the trigger or go over the edge. But his friends, what kind of pulled him back. And I think that's the real strength of the show. It understands those dynamics and like psychologically, like the battles that people have within.
And you are very correct in that manner because it's not about and you're right, it's not about like level power or anything. It's how deep does your resolve go and your ideals basically. Like how deep can it go? Can you push it and fight for it against the adversary before you?
yeah, look at
And
me and Eminem when we watched Trigun, especially when Vash finally kills somebody. He was very much pushed in that episode to his limit. Hell, he was getting pushed around during the halfway season. We saw the Angel Cannon finally be fired off. We got the tragic backstory. Sure, and he lost Wolfman, but he still had Millie and Meryl. But even when those two were very much being threatened, being mind controlled by the town folks, it's all right. This is it. He's going to have to shoot his one code of honor he has left. And then when he shot, he was truly at his lowest point. Like, he vowed never to kill somebody, and yet it was no choice. But you can see him in that episode, like through the wonderful body language or the voice performance. It was like, this is his lowest moment. But who pulls him back? The girls pull him back. And what helped train his mischievous friends, Seven, Eve, and and the other lady. So yeah, they pulled him back in a little bit. Even at the
mentally.
end of that episode, he's like, "I'm hungry, but nothing too special. Eggs, toast, you name it. I didn't hit you hard enough." That's
Yeah,
what you gotta
I
need for that moment. And even the girls like, they're idiots.
I like I do like the fact that we had a lot of we had like a great balance of serious and comedic moments in these 3 episodes, and it was done perfectly. Like we had the laughs and everything in episode 9, and then it got serious in episode 10, and then episode 11 it was the balance of both.
I just love Kikyo's little crush. She's
That was
Oh,
that was funny. That was
we'll give it to
hilarious.
Monocle. She can hit those funny moments for train and everything. I couldn't stop laughing, and this poor white cat. This
I do.
poor
Where
white
does
cat.
that cat keep coming from? Like,
It's like the outlaw star black cat. It just shows up when it
yes,
wants to show up.
exactly that. It's the outlaws. It's the Trigun Black Cat, just
It's like Trigon.
randomly
I
appearing
think
out
he
of
just
nowhere.
I
Appears
think
out
he
of
just
nowhere,
keeps
and
it in
it's
a
like
capsule
it
somewhere
just
and then he
pulls it.
unleashes it.
And then Eve finds it later in a little tiny store mascot. I'm like, this poor cat. Eve, just take it. Just take the poor cat, please. But
Please.
then she says, I already have my cat. I already have your. Oh, right. Black.
The
I
cat.
gotta meet her one day and be like, could you just say something in Eve for me? Like, how do you like this convention? What's a convention?
That cat
I
was getting a lot of loving.
yes, it is.
Also, like
But
again, throughout these episodes, I found references to what would happen in the past or the future. Like again, 7. Well, that's JoJo, but well, that happened in JoJo Part 2. So with that descended, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot he dresses up in drag suit, get past a couple people, great. Or when Eve's like, I'll wear the dress. I'm like, oh, to be fair, the same actress does voice Ciel in Black Butler, where he has to
Mhm.
wear a dress to be invited to a party, and he's like, then why do I gotta wear the dress? Because, dear, I always wanted the little knees. You're kidding me. I still remember that episode. It's so funny. Oh wait, I do have. Do I? Is it on my? I think it's on my computer. I found a CL cosplayer wearing that exact same outfit. I'm like, oh my god, yes!
that corset scene. Oh my! I felt my ribs
I couldn't stop
crushing.
laughing.
I couldn't stop laughing, but my ribs were like pain. Like I could feel the phantom pain of that scene. I'm like, no, thank you. I would break that damn thing if that was attempted. I mean, I would probably break it, given my stature and everything. But I did notice that Eve is becoming her.
More human like.
She's growing, like more becoming more and more human like and everything.
How she gets a close up, it's like train. We haven't even healed his wounds yet. We need the money. I'm like,
This is what we need more of. That was beautifully done. I Eve just being the assertive one for a moment, and Seb's like, well, damn. Okay, well, listen to her, Trey. Don't look at me. Listen to her.
like it's kind
Don't
of like
fucking look at
really the
me.
whole the three of them together. And she's a bioweapon still. And when she takes out those 3 would-be hitmen, I'm like,
Her hair was ridiculous. It was hysterical. Just
Bayonetta
see,
call. She wants her hair back.
and I'm like, did her hair just turn into fist? And they
Yes.
did. And then you see them do this, and I'm like, I'm done.
Her hair has a mind of its own.
Mhm.
Medusa Sedusa called. She wants her hair back. Sedusa, she even gives Sedusa from Powerpuff Girls a run for her money. Literally, that would be a fight right there. I'd pay to see.
No, I'm busy fight too. So Well, these are really good episodes. They were funny. We had some great tension, great drama moments. We got some like our philosophies of our characters, what they're gonna stand for. Obviously, the apostles of Star, like they are a threat now, and I'm sure after this we get please let Kronos reappear. They know they fucked up big time, and I'm
Yeah, I really
please
am
let,
looking
let
forward
them
to getting
reappear. We need to see
getting to see
dynamic.
them a little bit more because honestly, the towers have taken center stage. They've kind of taken a little bit of a backseat, so I'm looking forward to seeing
See
more
more.
from
Yeah,
them.
one number, but it's like, come on, we need more of these guys.
As much as we all love new factions and everything, I do agree. I'm hoping we do see Kronos again in the next three episodes because you're right, Jasmine. They have. It feels like they have taken a back seat to these people, which is not entirely a bad thing. But it would be nice to see them again planning, and because I would love to hear their opinion on these events. I would love to hear their opinion
It looks
because
like Seven is starting to take a shine to Rinslet.
Hmm.
I noticed that. I did notice that too. Um, I gotta say though that the character development, like they're really evolving now. Like they're like all the way from episode one to now. It's like this is good character growth and it's sorely needed. And Eve is becoming really more caring and everything. She's slowly showing more emotions and everything, which is good. And and
Oh,
also
she
the
literally was gonna protect the fake black cat. She's like, I got it. I'm like,
I'm
oh, okay, let's see this.
curious about this guy now. I'm curious about him. I'm like, okay, let's see what he brings to the table because I like his I
Probably,
like his humor. I love his
it's
humor.
probably gonna be a one-off. That's my opinion. It's gonna be a one-off. It's gonna go away. So if you don't see it in episode 12, I'm gonna be like, I knew it.
That ending was hilarious with him on the mini bike. Oh
Oh,
my god, that's
he's really
embarrassing.
big.
Yeah, I think he'd be a great addition to their little posse.
I could see that happening actually, because we do need a little more comic relief here and there in the group, and it's good. Also, that freaking waitress, where is she coming from? Does she have a fucking teleport system that we don't know
She was
about?
like Nurse Joy, and
I
she
was I was just about to
Yes,
say that.
yes.
I know
She's
they keep
becoming
saying,
Nurse
well, there's
Joy.
Yeah,
this.
she's got about a
So
hundred different
every
twins.
so there's literally every region have a Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny.
Yeah.
Like even I okay, even for the time they went to literally USA for the Unova region, we get it, Unova, Unite, get ha 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 ha, guys, very funny. They still have Nurse Joys and Officer Jen. What is this family tree like? Like, seriously, I need to question all of the Jennys and Nurse Joy's and Officer Jenny's family tree. Are they just all identical?
You
Like,
know what's
really?
so
I think
creepy,
they all
Joker?
come from multiverses all over. And there's
I
just like
mean, you
a
have to
hundred of
explain
them.
Mewtwo capturing one of them so he can build his, like, hello, hello. Like, and Brock so happens to have a crush on all of them. Yet, in certain episodes of Pokemon, Ash does remember a few of them. Like, was it in the Hoenn Sinnoh region? Where
I
he
think it was
remembers one
I think it
for the
was in the
Viridian
whole
City arc?
I think it was in that one. It was the Viridian City arc in the Hoenn
Yes.
region. It was that one.
Yeah, because that Jenny
He's
comes
like
back. Oh,
he's
yeah,
like
that takes me back.
it's like wait a minute, I recognize you. Weren't you in a different town?
Or, yeah, one
But
of
it's
them.
not far from reality, Joker, because a couple years
The
ago
one he met.
a couple years
Dog,
ago. Oh yeah, go
he
ahead.
interacts with a bunch of different Jennies, and then Officer Jenny knows. She's like, "Hey, I heard the good news from the Professor." But they always, at least for the first few arcs, they always have to have one of the new characters be like, "Oh, thank you for helping me." Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you must have met my sister. I'm like, how many sisters do we have here?
I'm just I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this running gag though. I'm enjoying this. I
Will they
love.
still? I don't think they. I don't think they do it in No, not Germans. The newer stuff.
I don't think
After
they
it.
do.
I can
It's been
double
so
check, but
long.
I don't think they really do that because it's been more about this big, huge adventure they're going on. So
But I will say this though, a couple of years ago, like at one of the conventions I went to, there was about 5 different Nurse Joys and 5 different Officer Jennies.
I met a Officer
What?
Jenny, so I was
For
happy
the
that
3 days I've been there, I swear to God, I
Princess
was going.
Jenny?
I thought I was going nuts. I thought I was going nuts because I'm like, there's Officer Jenny. There's another one. What the fuck?
I mean, I met a few
And then
Team players.
two of them, in the food court, there were 3 Nurse Joys and 2 Officer Jennies sitting at the same table. I almost had an aneurysm.
You should have definitely have gotten a picture.
I was too flabbergasted to pull out my phone. I was having like a complete mental mind breakdown.
Well,
Tried.
I would have just put down Meowth, been like, prepare for trouble. Like I said, I've seen a bunch of Team Rockets over the years. I got my Officer, I got my Jesse and James, I got my Butch and Cassidy. I seen some of the grunts walking around. When I saw the grunts, I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll bring up Meowth soon. And then one girl's like, why? It's Team Rocket. I got Team Rocket. I got the grunts. I need to bring up Meowth.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
It's so great. Which is why I'm excited for Fan Fusion in June. I'm excited because I wonder who else I'm gonna see over there, given everything that's happened. Um, all in all, I gotta say these 3 episodes really pushed the story forward. We got a lot of humor out of it, which is really what we really needed after the last few episodes. And I like the addition of the new characters. They didn't do too much, which is a good thing. They did the show and tell with the rest of the members of the Apostle of the Stars, which is good. Which is good. Like they gave little hints of what they can do, which is nice. Like really proves like, hey, we're actually a threat here. And your gun is 500 pounds heavier. So good luck. Which is a good thing. But I am curious though, and about that fly, that little insect thing. I thought for a second or two, I thought he was gonna.
My train's noticing them, like they're coming, like they're slowly watching, like he knows they are. Hence why he's already alert to them. It's like, oh, don't worry, it's just someone watching for now. That's why he can lay back and relax. But when Eve is out and about, he's like, all right, gotta go. Eventually. Because I kept looking at the cactus, I'm like, what is he practicing? What is he doing? And then we just see him walking around town. It's like, oh, hey, princess, what are you doing here?
Oh, that truck drive that truck scene with the
Oh,
guy
boy.
singing and everything. That was
Relax.
That was so cringe.
It's stupid, yet I'm like, okay, this is funny.
oh my god. I'm like, no, wow, they actually went this route, and I'm like, I'm all for it. We need a scene like this. oh man, that's funny. That's funny how she threatens him too. That's how it's funny how she threatens him, like, don't you touch me.
I mean, like, what was he doing then, or was he just gonna change the gear shift in his car in his truck? Did we jump the gun too soon, or okay? I just see the hand move. I'm like, that's it. But overall, I really enjoy these episodes. Again, Black Cat is shaping up to be a good cult classic anime, but we'll have to wait and see what some fans have said. That there are changes to the manga from the anime, so I'm like, ooh. So we'll have to wait and see if they were right or if it's justifiable. But we'll have to wait and see.
But we did get our answer tonight with one of them. So and this was Joker. Do you think it was a justified change?
It depends. For now, it's justifiable, but we'll have to wait because if there are more changes later on, I know one of them that I know right away, so I can't. I'll wait that till the finale episode. So when we get there. But again, enjoy these episodes. They're really good. I'm glad we waited for episode 9 for Jasmine because it would have been like, oh, now we got to wait a full week to see what's going to happen next. So I'm
Exactly.
glad we waited.
Yeah, because I figured we finish. I figured we just stop at episode 8 and leave it at that cliffhanger, and then come back tonight, which we just did, and watch episodes 9 through 11. And I gotta say, the wait was worth it. It was definitely worth the wait. And you're right, Joker. Black Cat is shaping up to be good. It's getting up there, actually. And I'm like, well, the audience knew what they wanted. They knew what they wanted, and they got it. I'm enjoying this one. I'm actually enjoying it. It's getting up there to being part of my classic anime recommendations. That's how good it's getting.
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited.
agree, and I am looking forward to seeing more about the numbers because we really need to get some shine back on them.
Yes,
I really want to see.
because I know they cannot be happy on the recent events. Like, we need to see them in action on these. Are they monitoring the apostles? Are they going after training others now? They got to do something. Because especially since it was televised with one of their two exes, so it's like, ooh, ooh. So hopefully we'll get there. So, all right, that's it for us, guys. We will get out of here, and we shall see you next week,
Yep.
Thursday, for the next watch party. Oh, Darkwing Duck.
Yep.
Let's get dangerous.
Luckily, I did not have to put him together.
Good.
But this is the size of him compared to Albedo. Almost,
Nice.
which is
Almost
a
exactly the same size.
good thing. So now I have different areas I could put him on and not have to worry. But guys, thank you again for making this watch party possible. This is fun. Jasmine, I'm glad you're along for the ride. I'm glad that you're enjoying Black Cat with us. And I'm glad, and we're glad that you're better. We were really worried after episode 8, and I that's why I made the call to Joker. I'm like, hey Joker, why don't we hold off episode 9?
I think even I said it's not. It wouldn't be fair if we went without you. You would have been like an episode behind us.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm able to be back and looking forward to seeing what happens next.
So next Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be watching episodes 12 through 14. We're almost to the halfway point of this series.
Flew by.
I know, but that's the beauty of this anime. That's why it's so enjoyable. It kept our attention. But anyway, guys, I am gonna get out of here. Stay tuned for everything. Lots more coming. Lots more coming up, and I'm very excited for what's coming. But Joker, you take care. Jasmine, great to see you again. You take care. Uh, Sunday is Nights in the Anime Table as usual. Next week is Nightcast, and then next Thursday is the watch party. Bye, guys.